Hey guys, it's Cool Hat Luke here. Been a little while. Um, so been really busy lately. So I haven't really had a whole lot of time to be doing stuff and just trying to get a bunch of stuff figured out. But hopefully I'll be able to have more time to put videos out because I miss it a lot. um, but I just wanted to record this video to kind of get my take of things out there. So anyone who is kind of involved in the by the way, I'm in my car. I'm not driving, so you don't have to worry about me being in an accident. So, um, but so anyway, so for anyone who's either in like the Pokemon YouTube community or you watch a lot of people who are in the Pokemon community, you've probably heard about the stuff that came out about a little bit over a week ago, involving three YouTubers in particular. Out of those three, I only watched one of them, so I only really paid attention to the stuff that was going on with him, but the other two, were you know about the same thing, and I'm not just because I you know didn't pay attention to what was going on with them all that much does not mean that I think that they it's fine. It's not okay. Not okay. Um but anyways, the three YouTubers in particular being um I don't know if people pronounce his if his YouTube name was Decoder or Decoder because I've heard like both. I don't know. Um, I I don't remember the other one. Well, one of the other ones. I know it was a female. Her I know her real name was Jamie because um, that's how people in the group they referred to her as just as Jamie. I assume that's her real name. And then the King Nappy, which is who I watched. I've watched him since I was in high school. So basically, if I mean, I assume most of you heard what happened, but just to summarize, in case you haven't, um, all three of them were like talking to underage kids. Um, Information on that doesn't really matter on as to who or what, but basically Nappy he put out he streamed for about 2 hours after a bunch of this stuff came out, trying to defend himself about things. When in reality, he only like the real like reason that people were probably watching that to see answers was to hear his like what he had to say about the stuff that was going on with the people he should have been talking to. Um, Now, obviously, in the Pokemon community, if you're older, you're gonna have fans that are underage, and it's not like a thing that you can't talk to them because you want to talk to your fans and you want to if your fans are happy, then they're obviously going to stay around. But they're speaking to their younger fans in ways that they should not have. I don't think I need to go into detail on that just because it's uncomfortable, frankly. But in this 2 hour live stream, he basically talked about issues that he had with other YouTubers, or I guess it's flipped where other PokeTubers were having issues with him and how they didn't, talk to him to resolve it. Um, I I side with him on like one of with one of the I guess conflicts. I'll just use that word that he had with one of the other guys, but that doesn't remove how I feel about all this other stuff that he did, to where I unsubscribed from his YouTube channels. I can't watch his stuff the same right now, unless stuff comes out and like, oh yeah, it was not true. Right now, I don't know. So, which is really unfortunate, because something that me and a good friend of mine, got into, like, again, when we were in high school, we would watch Nappy and Shady's Soul Links, which those were awesome. Um, I can't watch those because he's in them now. I can't. I just can't. Um, it's just really unfortunate, but it's just so, like, the fact that he addressed one of the other guys who was, involved with, the talking to people who he shouldn't have, like, with him, with this other guy, it had been an issue for a while, that that group knew about, and they confronted him multiple times, and, like, to say, you shouldn't be doing this. This is not cool, man, and you need to change this, or we're gonna. I don't know exactly what they said, but they were gonna take care of business, basically. And for a while they thought things had changed, but then I think it was either the day before, or, like, I don't know how it was before the stuff with Nappy came out, that he had been doing the same thing again, and basically, he took down his YouTube channel. He took down his Twitter, his Instagram, and Nappy basically said, instead of, running away from this, you need to, you know, not necessarily confront it, but, be accountable, and called him a coward. He straight out called him a coward. But then it was noticed that, like, someone noticed that this stuff came about him, and they were like, they had stuff that Nappy had been doing, and they're like, well, throw this out. One of them was I guess, kids who he was talking to. Of course, the first time it happened with Nappy was in 2015. So the hoodlum Callum was the name of the YouTuber who he was talking to, because he was also, yeah, a YouTuber. And he lives in the UK. But basically, he put it out there that stuff had been going on. There was a bunch of screenshots that he and I think other people had that were put out. And Nappy at this time was 21. Callum was 16. Then it was revealed that last year Nappy started talking to another 16-year-old who is, like, just starting up YouTube. And originally, when he and Callum started talking, that was the first time Nappy came out to someone as being bi, which I'm not, not saying anything about that. I'm not going to judge people based off of, their sexual orientation, stuff like that. Who am I to judge about stuff like that? But so again, with him, it started in 2015 with Nappy, but no one really knew about any of this until, like, a couple weeks ago. And the fact that he was talking to younger age kids at the same time as the other guy, and he was confronting the other guy about it is just so hypocritical to me, and it just bothers me. Because he called him a coward for taking down all of his social media, his YouTube channel, but then Nappy started to go through older tweets, deleting them, and eventually deleted his Twitter, deleted his Instagram. I don't know why. I don't know if he deleted them or if he deactivated them, but you can't find them now. You can't find them. So he did the exact same thing that that another guy did, and called him a coward, which is just so upsetting. I don't understand. And a bunch of the other, like, that group that they had, came out and were saying how Nappy was so controlling. That he was gosh, what's that word? The word's escaping me. I don't remember what it is, but basically that he was the one who was controlling, like, everything, and it had to be done his way, which I don't know if I fully agree with. I don't fully disagree with it. Because it just seemed like anything that was going on, Nappy was the one who was kind of like heading it, but that was, I think, also because out of that group, I think people more knew who he was compared to everyone else, or they just watched him more. And Nappy accused everyone in that group of, like, backpacking on everyone else for views. Again, I don't know if I believe that or not. I didn't watch all of them, so I can't really speak on that. I know I was always more of a shady Penguin guy. I liked him more. I don't necessarily know if he was like, he wasn't as big of a part of the group. Like, just because I think he more often did solo stuff. He did stuff with Nappy, stuff with his neighbor / friend, who was known as Nips, but now is Mr. Talent, and I think a couple other things. But, like, unlike Nappy, like, he did all kinds of stuff with other people in that group. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a really, really bad situation for the Pokemon community, which I include myself in, just because I like Pokemon. I mean, I'm nowhere near as big of a channel, obviously, but I don't know. Nappy needs to not hide from this. If he wants to, come out of this in any shape, way, or fashion, in any positive way, he needs to, face it head on and not run from it. Because if he is innocent of all this stuff with underage people, then he should have no reason of getting rid of his social media. That's just not something an innocent person does. So, I don't know. I've been letting this process for like a week. I think longer than that. Yeah, it has been longer than that. Just because I didn't know exactly what to say. So, that's about it. I'll have to say about that. Hopefully, I have some other stuff coming out soon, but I just wanted to share my thoughts on this. So, that being said, guys, I'm gonna head out. I got some stuff I gotta do, but hopefully I'll see you around. So yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.